guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode, and we got a lot to discuss. First, we have to discuss who is the Beyonce of rap. Megan Thee Stallion has claimed that title. Is it Megan or Nicki Minaj? Some people are saying that it's Cardi B. Let me know how you guys feel about that. And Nicki Minaj clocks off the cheat because his new single that he was promoting, dressing up as Michael Jackson, has went bubbling under, plastic cups on the Payola Hot 100, which means it didn't really chart. Now, Nicki posted another Michael Jackson meme in light of Off the Cheat flopping. And then on top of that, she tweeted after all that, with some bubbles because Off the Cheat is bubbling under. And, there was a lot of controversy last week. Off the Cheat and Cardi B decided to use Kenny and Nicki Minaj for their new singles, and they still flopped, okay? So Nicki's kind of laughing at them. But she also posted a picture of her laughing with Karol G, and some people are speculating that her and Karol G might be coming again. Let me know how you guys would feel about that. I like Karol G. I think the Tulsa record was a good look for Nicki Minaj. I'm hoping that she does bring some, more Latin collaborations, in 2024. I would love to see Nicki step outside of the box with her collaborations for, Pink Friday 2. The Champagne Thickums collaboration, I'm not really excited about it. I feel like Champagne Thickums plays a lot of games when it comes to Nicki Minaj. And I feel like he starts to act real funny when Kenny comes around. Okay? See, it was all good and dandy. He performed last year with Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne at OVO Fest. But Nicki wasn't really posting Kenny like that. But now it feels like he act different when Kenny's around. So I really don't need him or want him on Pink Friday 2. Okay? I would prefer, like a Rihanna collaboration. I feel like Rihanna could be on Pink Friday 2. Now, you may be wondering, why would she when she barely puts out music? But I feel like eventually Rihanna will put out music. I feel like the hype has died down with Fenty. No shade, but I feel like people don't really be talking about Fenty like that no more. Even her Puma collection was underwhelming. Like, nobody was really talking about it, which is unusual for Rihanna. But I think that, everything kind of runs in cycles when it comes to clothing and makeup. Everything. Like, people think like a brand is going to be on top for years and years, and that's never happened. CoverGirl was on top. Look at where CoverGirl is. It was Revlon at one moment. Revlon's not the top makeup company. Now, Rihanna's still on top when it comes to makeup, but Rare Beauty is catching up, and so is Rem Beauty by Ariana. Okay, there's a lot of other makeup companies by celebrities that are gonna, surpass Rihanna. Even Nicki Minaj, she might surpass Rihanna when she dropped her skincare line and her makeup line. So Rihanna won't be on top forever when it comes to that. I would like Nicki to do something with the Chart Obsessed Racists. Could happen, could not, but I would like for the Chart Obsessed Racists to give Nicki a collaboration, easy number one. A SZA collaboration would be nice. They never worked together. I would like to see her do something with Don Toliver. He's talented. I think he signed to Travis Scott. But I would like to see them do something together. I think that would be fire. Her and Shakira, that would be fire. So, I want her to kind of get outside of the box. And, the Future and NBA Youngboy collaborations, those are cute. But, we got to expand, okay, for Pink Friday 2. Now, who is the Beyonce of rap? Megan Thee Stallion recently talked about her going on stage with Queen Bee, and she has basically taken that title, according to herself.
Y'all, me and my mama are such huge fans of Beyonce. Like, my whole life, I was like, you know what? I want to be the rap Beyonce. And to get the opportunity to get on stage with the woman that I love, like the woman that is the woman of all the women's, I was up there with Beyonce, bitch. Y'all got me fucked up. That was me trying to do that. Make me sweat. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so she says she is the rap Beyonce. Now, you may be wondering, why does she feel that way? Well, because everybody says that Megan is the best performer out of all the female rappers out. You know, Ice Spice, not that great of a performer. No shade. Very lackluster. I mean, Sexy don't really do too much as a performer. And people might ask, well, why do female rappers or rappers in general have to perform? Well, that's because they be making twerking, poom poom shorts music. Okay, and dance music, including Nickiminaj. Everybody that's a female rapper got a twerking anthem, got an anthem where they're twerking or dancing, and so people expect you to do that on stage. Now, to me, Megan Thee Stallion is a good performer. I will give her that. You know, I can't hate on her performing skills, but to me, she's not a better performer than Doja Cat. I don't really like Doja the Demon. You know, I like Doja Cat, but I don't like Doja Badu, Doja Lamar, or Doja the Demon. I don't like that. Now, I will say Doja had one of the best performances at the Video Music Awards, okay? Cardi and Megan did okay, but it was mostly twerking. Like, Doja Cat actually does choreography. Twerking to me ain't choreography, okay? That's just you throwing your cheeks together and wobbling it around. But, you know, Doja actually does a boom cat. To me, Doja Cat puts more effort into her artistry than Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Okay? Like, I get what Doja was trying to do with the Scarlet album, but it still flopped. But I get what she's trying to do. Okay? She was trying to have a dark era like Rihanna did with Rated R. You know what I'm saying? She just took it too far. See, Rihanna didn't take it too far with her Rated R era. You know, it was a dark era for Rihanna after Chris Breezy, the colorist, smacked her around, you know, in the car after he got caught cheating. It was a dark time for her. So she went the dark era for Rated R. But to me, she didn't take it too far. Okay? And she did, you know, her rituals and symbolisms in that era like she usually do. But she didn't take it too far. Doja prancing around town, looking like a demon and bald head scallywag. She took it too far. Okay, and then she talking about, oh, she's a devil and she's a rebel and the town is dead. I'm not singing that. I'm sorry, I'm not. Y'all can sing that. I won't. And to me, that's why the album flopped. But she is the best performer when we're talking about female rappers. And, you know, her style is kind of unique. I will say the Scarlet album was kind of unique, but it still wasn't that great. It still was a 6. But Nicki, she could perform and she don't need backup dancers. Nickiminaj is able to captivate a crowd with just her lyrics and everybody singing it. Okay? She has very good stage presence. You know, so to be quite honest, I feel like, you know, Megan and Cardi can't really compete with that. The thing about Megan, she has a lot of energy. Okay? Like, she could twerk for hours. Probably 5 hours a day she twerks, at least. Okay? But that's her main dance move. That's it. You know, she don't really have another dance move other than twerking. But that's why people call her the rap Beyonce. But Beyonce has impact. Megan does not. Nicki does. Doja Cat does to some degree. She copies too. But we're talking about female rappers. Nicki has the most impact, like Queen Bee. Everybody copies what she does. And I just feel like Megan doesn't have enough impact to be compared to Queen Bee, in my opinion. Okay? You know, Queen Bee may not have the sales like the Chart Obsessed Races, but she has more impact than the Chart Obsessed Races. People literally copy her looks, dressing up in silver. Like, the Chart Obsessed Races did not do that for her tour. She didn't have that type of impact. And Queen Bee gets compared to Michael Jackson. The Chart Obsessed Races she does not get compared to Michael Jackson. Okay? So it is what it is. Moving on to Cardi B. She was on the show Hot Ones, and she basically said that she will be addressing all the haters, all the trolls, Nickiminaj and Akbar, Tasha K probably going to get some shots in her intro to, her next album, which is probably going to come out 2025, 2026. Take a listen to what she had to say.
A lot of people tell me that I should put my pain, my struggle in my music. A lot of my pains and a lot of my struggles or whatever the crap is going on, I feel like the masses might not be able to relate. You know what I'm saying? Like the masses might not be able to relate. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, they're tearing a new asshole on Twitter on me because I said this, and that. The average person is like, girl, shut up. I gotta work up at 7 in the morning. I gotta do this, and that. So it's like, I don't really like to make music like I would normally do an intro. Like, I would just literally like to make my intro of everything, addressing all the bullshit, addressing the bitches, addressing the shit that I gotta go through, and then just the whole album just be about fun, because I like fun. You know what I'm saying? I like fun. So I think the first, like, my intro, I feel like it should be like just me popping my shit.
Okay, so let me know how you guys feel about that. Here's the thing. I mean, what would Cardi B really talking about when we're talking about struggles? Everything was handed to her since she got to the industry. Now, she says she want to talk about the trolls on social media. I mean, all celebrities go through that. So, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. And then, she says she will be addressing the B words, okay? She definitely probably going to be addressing Nicki Minaj. I heard her and Off the Cheat do have a diss record in the stash, but because their singles are flopping, it may be pointless to put it out. Because Jealousy, they was throwing shots, and it flopped, and then, she threw shots in Bozo. She said, my baby daddy is Amigo, your baby daddy is a Zero, and that was a shot at Kenny and Nicki Minaj. And, that single still flopped. So, to me, it just don't hit the same when Cardi B throws shots. She need to just stick to just talking about her coochie in every record and call it a day. Because she's not really lyrical like that. So, nobody really cares. Now, in light of Walmart Yase announcing that she has a second album coming, fans want to know, Queen B is basically sabotaging her own artists. Okay, she's not helping Chloe or Holly musically, but she has given them a cosign by signing them. But that's basically it. But we got to remember that Chloe came into the game as a solo artist. Not when she was with Holly as a group, but when she came into the game as a solo artist, which was 2021, she started off out the rip copying Queen B. Okay? That's why Queen B won't let her thrive. She started out the rip copying Queen B. Even her recent tour looks, some of them are similar to Queen B's Renaissance tour looks. It's like Chloe low-key does not have her identity. She tries to perform like Queen B. She tries to dance like Queen B. And somewhat, she tries to sing like Queen B. So, of course, Queen B is going to sabotage her. Because Queen B looking at her like, you want my spot. You want my crown. If Chloe had just kept the sound that she had with Holly, or maybe had went more of the pop route, because Chloe wants to be a pop singer. She wants to be a pop singer, but she don't have pop singer voice. She has a soulful voice. That's why her music flops, because she wants to make poom poom twerking music, but she don't got the poom poom twerking music voice. She has a soulful voice. She should have taken the Alicia Keys route. Or if she wanted to go pop, maybe she should have taken the Mariah Carey route, but Ariana Grande already has that lane. So I think that's why Queen Bee sabotages Chloe because Chloe kind of came in as a solo artist, basically copying Queen Bee. And Queen Bee's not too happy about it. She's like, Blue Ivy's the only person that should be copying me because she's my daughter. You should not be. You need to have your own identity. You need to have your own lane. And that's why I call her Walmart Beyonce. It's like if you can't afford the real Queen Bee, you would go to Chloe. Okay? And then, Walmart Beyonce has openly admitted in several interviews that she don't really get paid from her music. She gets paid from, her sponsorships and possibly, her acting roles. But when it comes to music, she's always in the red. She said that in several interviews.
Musicians don't make a lot of money in the music industry. That's why you see a lot of people, they have brand deals and brand sponsorships. That's where the coin comes from in touring. But like music itself, you're actually losing money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what Chloe was talking about. I think this was last year before her album dropped, talking about her little 360 deal. That's what a 360 deal is. When you don't see no coin from your music, you're in a 360 deal. But also, Walmart Beyonce flops. So, of course, you're going to be in the red. I mean, you sold 10K, your first debut album, and, the label and Queen Bee have to recoup. So you would be in the negative because you didn't sell much. Now, if you had did $100,000, you probably could have gotten a stipend of like maybe $10,000, $5,000 after, your album, had did 100K because of your 360 deal contract. The majority would go back to Parkwood Entertainment for the Renaissance tour, Blue Ivy's outfits in Colombia. And then you get your money. But I don't really think it was a smart move for Walmart Beyonce to say that. I know Queen Bee wasn't too happy when Walmart Beyonce went out and told people that Queen Bee don't pay her. Okay? But to be quite honest, she don't have the sales to get paid. You got to sell, more than 10K to get a check. So Ice Spice puts Scratch Off on blast. So Ice Spice did an interview with Variety magazine. And she said, when it comes to female rap and competition, she said, people want to be like, I'm a girl's girl, but behind the scenes, they're being a B word. Okay. Now, if you guys remember, last year, Scratch Off did a Billboard interview. And she said that she's a girl's girl. She likes to help up and coming female rappers, which is a lie. And that she gives out free features to up-and-coming female rappers, which is not true. She gives free features to everybody because who would pay for a scratch-off feature? Nobody. So, with that being said, she clearly has been a B-word to Ice Spice behind the scenes, okay? Now, here's my thing with Ice Spice. People probably are not going to like you. And this is just being 100% because you have been part of the Nickiminaj alliance, okay? You collaborated with Nickiminaj first, and even though you show love to Cardi B via Instagram, you don't really big her up like you do Nicki Minaj and D0JA. So, being that Scratch Off is part of the Cardi B alliance because Nicki Minaj would not collaborate with her. Scratch Off did ask Nicki to hop on the Low Energy remix, and Nicki declined, which was a top 5 record. That's why Scratch Off feels some type of way. Especially when you posted that video of Cleopatra telling female rappers to respect their elders after Scratch Off and Nicki Minaj got into it. So, to be quite honest, it's twofold. I'm not really shocked that Scratch Off could be a B word to Ice Spice behind the scenes. They're on opposite teams, and it looks like things could get physical between Kenny and Off the Cheat. Hopefully, they're never in the same building because clearly there's some beef, okay? So with that being said, Ice Spice, Criminal B and, Scratch Off and possibly Megan Thee Stallion may not be so nice to you if you're attached to Nicki Minaj. And that's just the honest truth. because, there has been an alliance forming. And to be quite honest, Ice Spice isn't hot enough for them to want to collaborate with her, because they may not feel like she would take them to number one. Criminal being Megan Thee Stallion, they're looking for a number one. And they can get a number one with Doja. They can possibly get a top 15 and top 20 with Sexy Red. But they are hotter than Ice Spice right now. No shade. So that's another reason why they may not be as nice to you. But let me know how you guys feel about it. I will see you guys in the next podcast episode, and have a great day.